There are several different Pentax 50mm options out there. Each lens is, I'd say, designed for a different purpose and has different characteristics. I wouldn't really say that there's any best 50mm Pentax lens. There are best for different purposes. This one is these are the ones that are in the lineup that I'm going to compare for you. The ones that are duplicates or the same optical design I have left out. So you're only going to see 5 different Pentax 50mm-ish lenses. I say ish because this one is a 55 SMC Takumar 55 f1.8. The one I happen to have is the last version that was produced, and it was the SMC, the Super Multi-Coating. It's a 6-bladed aperture, and it's got 6 elements in 5 groups, so not too many elements there. Kind of in between. It's nice and small. What I've found with this one is that it's surprisingly good bokeh at f1.8, and focuses down to, what is it, 45 centimeters. The same as most of these lenses, 45 centimeters. Okay, then the next one would be this Pentax SMC Pentax-M 50 f2. This one is also a 6-bladed aperture and is only 5 elements in 5 groups, so you're getting one less element with this lens, which typically is going to offer you nice fine contrast, micro contrast people like to call it, fine contrast lens. This is a very sharp, very fine lens, very cheap and readily available. The A version is optically the same. Both take a 49mm filter, as does the one I just showed you, the 55-1.8. This one is an oldie but a goodie and a classic. The Super-Tak 50mm f1.4. It's quite a bit faster, and it offers a real nice bokeh, real nice sharpness. I would say, as far as sharpness goes, this is legendary. It's got 7 elements in 6 groups. It also focuses down to 45 centimeters. And let's see, f1.4 to f16 only. That's one of the drawbacks to this lens, along with the 6-bladed aperture versus some of the 51.4s that have the 8-bladed aperture. There's also a version of this one that was an 8-element, which used one of the elements, one of the groups was a triplet, cemented triplet, and that one is really sought after. It's the best one, I'd say, maybe, that I don't have. It's rumored to be the best. Mine's really in pristine condition, as is the Spotmatic that this goes on. This one was used in a crime lab for forensics. Very sharp lens. The next one is the Pentax K SMC Pentax 50 f1.4, and this one is a K mount, which is pretty desirable. I really like this one. It's an 8-bladed aperture instead of the 6, and it's again 7 elements in 6 groups, the same as the Super-Tak. And mine, you wouldn't know it, but it's kind of beat up. It had some real filter ring damage, and I've taken it apart several times, but optically it's pristine, and it works really well, as do all of these. Typical Pentax, they work flawlessly like they just came out of the factory. Even, 30 years later. This one was produced, let's see, was it 1975 to 77. This one was also a K came out, SMC Pentax 50mm f1.2. This is the fastest lens that Pentax ever made. They've never made anything faster than 1.2. This thing is, I'll just tell you right now, it's awesome. My copy is pristine, as you can see, and it's a bit heavy. It's really big. I like this lens for when I need to, when there's several photographers and I need to capture the audience or the subject to my camera instead of someone else's, because this one's nice and big. It makes you look like a professional. In reality, I almost never use the 1.2 other than nighttime focusing. That's why I like this one. You can really focus at night and then stop it back down. And that is our lens comparison that we've got. I thought I would just do a quick little conclusion about these and tell you what my findings were and which one I would choose if I had to only pick one. Like I said earlier, they are different lenses. In the handling of them, there's a big difference in the handling of the 1.4 and the 1.2. They're 52mm filter sizes versus the much smaller 49. The 49s are noticeably, they feel like they're about half the weight, much lighter, much easier to fit in your bag, and just nice walk around lenses. These really, you're going to be feeling very serious. You're going to need a lens hood because you're very front heavy and they want to bang into things. The other differences that I really noticed that I liked and didn't like and things like that, the 51.2, there's no substitute for the bokeh that it can produce, nothing quite like it. So I think I've shown in the test that that is the bokeh king. The 55 1.8, however, which is the same optical scheme as the 51.7, in case you didn't know. It has 6 elements in 5 groups. Very, very similar lens. One's a little shorter and faster, one's a little longer, a little slower. This is a very all-around lens. The one place it doesn't seem to perform as well as the others is beyond f13. It's a little bit weak, some kind of refraction or something going on where it just doesn't perform well. What would I use this lens in particular for? It's a great flower lens. It's a little too sharp for portraits in my opinion, and for that I like that one too. But a great flower lens. Interesting background. The 50 f2, this one I'd say in the night, low light, this one takes it for micro contrast and fine contrast. I think the details are very subtle, but there is a difference, and this one does outperform as it should be expected for only 5-element lens. The Super-Tak, this one, I mean, I really like this lens. It's uncoated, and I think it maybe gives a cleaner image, something that's maybe sharper than the coated options. I'm not sure, that may be just my reading into it. Otherwise, I say, you know, I like that 8-bladed aperture of these. They're a little bit bigger, but that's a trade-off, as all lens design is. So each one is, in my tests, I'd say my sharpness results were almost indiscernible. They're pretty much the same. And even in daylight, the fine contrast, couldn't tell much of a difference between any of them. A minor difference only because I knew what I was looking for. And so I'd look in the highlights and I'd look deep in the shadows, as you should do when you're looking at these images I've tested for you. So the differences are there. The extreme cases will be nighttime photography, very low light photography. Then this low element count is going to really help you. The 5 and the 6 element count. Otherwise, you know, if get over the hair carrying the big heavy thing, this 51.2 is just, it's the lens of choice. So my 2 picks, if I had to only pick 2, these are the ones I'm using in my everyday. These are the 2. On occasion, for fun, I might use this. And these are mine, I'm keeping because I'm collecting them. That's my take.